This is an explanation for week 1. This week you're going to learn about the history of children's literature, and the 8 genres of children's literature, and you're going to meet as a literacy circle to discuss the books that your circle will be reading through this session. You will not actually discuss a book, but just talk about the list and how you'll set up your schedule and decide who will be the leaders each week. Excuse me. So if you haven't viewed the overview of the course video, please spend some time and view this first. It will explain the entire course, and you'll have a better understanding of my expectations for this course over the next 8 weeks. This is the video for this week that you're already viewing, and we're going to move into introducing yourself. So use this Padlet here. You're going to click in the upper right corner of the Padlet and post a photo or video, and you're going to share a children's book from your childhood. So here's my video. That is my husband and myself at Niagara Falls. We live in Buffalo during the summer and Palm Springs during the rest of the year. This is my 16th year of teaching at the University of La Verne. And before that, I was an elementary school teacher, a principal, and a professor at a couple other universities before my husband decided to retire out in Palm Springs. And so I came out with him and started at the University of La Verne. And I just say that I've started 3 charter schools in Buffalo, and I'm a dad to 2 daughters and a granddad to 3 grandsons. This is the first book, I Can't, Said the Ant, that I ever owned. I bought it through the Scholastic Book Clubs, ordering from a flyer in the classroom that the teacher gave us, and then we brought the money and the flyer back in. She ordered all the books, and they came in a box, and then she passed them out to us. So introduce yourself and include a book from your childhood that you remember. Then you're going to create a history timeline. So you're going to use information from chapter 1. I have posted chapter 1 here as per the copy law rights. I can do that. I can do 10% of the book or something. So I have the first chapter. But please, you're going to need to purchase or rent or borrow or find the book online, however you want to do that, because you will be using the book throughout the next 8 weeks. But you're going to find a timeline on the internet, a timeline that you can create, and you're going to then post maybe 5, 6, 7 events in the history of children's literature. You don't have to do the entire children's literature in the chapter, but some highlights of the history of children's literature. So decide on a website to use. Please do not use your own drawing of a timeline. I want you to actually find a timeline. Timetoast.com is either free to use for a couple of times or free at all, and there are other. Just type in timelines into your Google search, and you should be able to come up with some timelines for children's literature and use the events from the book. After you've completed that, the next activity is to create a visual of the 8 genres of children's literature. Again, using the information from the textbook, list the 8 genres of children's literature, describe each in your own words, and then add an image of a book that would be an example of that genre. And it can be in chart form, it can be in any kind of visual form for this response. You're going to post these, the timeline and the genres, in the very bottom of your page where your Dropbox is. Then you're going to meet in your literacy circle this week to review the list of books, and I have posted that here again, and this is the literacy circle so you can find out which one you're in. You're going to pick leaders for each discussion. So each week, starting next week, you will be discussing a book, and you should have a leader. So one member of the literacy circle should take the lead this week and email all the other members of the circle to decide on a time to meet. And I have shared how to do that. If you don't know how to do that in D2L, how to do that in the overall video. So if you want to go back and take a look at that, you'll be able to determine how to find their email addresses and how to find who's in your group. Once you are in your circle to discuss the books assigned in your circle, you're then going to find that list in the course resources module. At one time, the Zoom link was in the quick links, but it is, I think, still there. The problem is it's only 40 minutes. So I would use WebEx, or I would use Google Meets, where you have a longer period of time. You may not need 40 minutes, but weeks that I'm there, I like to share a little bit more information with you. I don't keep you long, but it may go over the 40-minute limit that Zoom offers us as free to Zoom. So maybe Google Meets or WebEx or another forum that you know that you can use to discuss and meet virtually. And I would like it if you would put your cameras on. I know if you meet in the evening, you may be exhausted and think you look horrible. You look beautiful, and it will be nice to see everybody. And I think we get to know each other and what we look like online, because I know on online courses we don't always meet, but in this class we do meet once a week for a little over 40 minutes, most likely. So again, I posted the literary circles here. I also posted the book list that for you to take a look at. If you are an A literacy circle, you're going to read the A books. If you're in B, you're going to read the B, and so on. One of your major assignments you could start after you've read the first book, which is the Caldecott Award book, is the Reader's Response blog assignment. And if you click here, it will take you to the Reader's Response blog Dropbox. I again explained this in the overall video, so if you do need more information, go back to that overall video that is posted at the very beginning here of this week. And you can start working on that. We can talk more about that in Literacy Circle when I meet with you. So if you have questions about it, you can wait and talk to me then, or you can always email me. And this Dropbox is also found in the Major Assignments module in the table of contents on the content page. If you have questions about anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you online, and I will also see you in Literacy Circle. Have a great week.